From WNDU, your breaking news and weather authority. This is News Center 16 at 6.
Listen, I'm not going inside, so he started pointing the gun at my stomach, and I fought him. And I just kept fighting him, because I didn't want to die, you know?
You just heard from 32-year-old Travis Idzinus, now recovering after being shot during an armed robbery at his Berrien Springs home last week. Good evening, I'm Maureen McFadden.
And I'm Terry McFadden. It happened Friday morning. The details were only brought to light today after we made several attempts to contact authorities for more information on the case. News Center 16's Casey Cronus is on the story for us. And Casey, any idea why police are keeping this investigation so hushed?
Not sure. Police have yet to return any of my calls or emails. Now, this comes after multiple attempts to speak with an official at the Berrien Springs Orinoco Police Department. Their only response, a press release sent out later this morning. And while police wouldn't talk, the victim did. Today, he walked News Center 16 through the traumatizing experience, giving us his account of what happened. Idzinus says it all started when he heard from a former coworker out of the blue. They planned for her to arrive at his home Friday morning, but instead 3 men showed up, placing him in a life or death situation.
And when I seen his phone fall, I looked up and he had the gun in my face. And he told me, get back inside, this is a robbery, get back inside. He said, I'm gonna shoot you if you don't go back inside.
Just prior to what Idzinus is describing, he says an unknown man wearing a mask showed up on his front steps.
And I didn't answer the door that time.
But when he looked out the window, he says he saw 3 black men sitting inside a white car.
I walked outside and he got out of his passenger's seat and he starts waving his phone around.
The man claimed they were lost and needed to use a phone. But before Idzinus knew it, a gun was pointed to his face.
He just started pulling the trigger. And then the third shot, he pushed me against the railing and he shot me in the arm.
A struggle ensued.
I got down here and I rolled, after he punched me, and I ran toward the woods, And I got to my neighbor's house and he was out back working on his boat, I think, or he was out back working on his trailer, and I was like, Chris, I've been shot.
He says the suspect stole his Samsung tablet, phone, and medicinal marijuana. Idzinus says he believes it was a setup from the start, possibly involving that former coworker.
She probably owed them money or something and probably thought I was a soft target.
The suspects fled the scene before police arrived.
I seen all of their faces, dude. I seen all of them. I can recognize every last one of them. And stand up, line up, whatever. What's to say those guys aren't going to come back and not leave any witnesses behind?
Idzinus describes the suspect's vehicle as a brand new white car, possibly even a rental with halogen LED lights. He says it may have been a Ford Focus, Ford Fusion, or possibly a Kia Sorento. He says all 3 men were dressed in clean clothing. He describes the driver as wearing a baby blue hoodie with shoes to match, the shooter in a camouflage hoodie, and the man originally wearing a mask in a dark shirt and skinny jeans. If you have any information that could help lead police to these suspects, we have the police department's phone number on our WNDU app.
All right, Casey, you mentioned the medical marijuana. Do you think that plays a role here?
Yeah, well, first I should mention he does have an identification card, and for Indiana viewers, just a reminder, medicinal marijuana is legal in Michigan. Travis says there were several other things of value the men could have taken but didn't, so that's why he thinks the suspects may have known he had marijuana, and that could be why they targeted him.
All right, and so far no arrests?
Not yet.
Okay, thanks, Casey.
Today we're learning more.